What if I told you that you can fall head over heels in love with yourself? I'm talking that all-consuming, can't get enough, love everything about you type of love. Well, you can. The Self Plus Love Equals Balance podcast is here to show you how. Every week, we'll share tested strategies, personal stories, and invaluable resources to help you take a balanced approach to loving yourself. Here's your host, Carrie, the Balanced Nurse. Let's get to the love.
Hey, ladies. Welcome back to another episode here with me on Self Plus Love Equals Balance podcast. I am feeling so amazing today, and I hope that you are too. You know, one of the reasons why I'm super excited and just feeling amazing is the amount of feedback that I got about our theme this month, and I love it. And so if you are new to our vibe, I really hope that you like it. Welcome. Of course, I am so grateful that you are deciding to spend a little time with me. And if you're already part of the tribe, welcome back, girl. Let's get in. Let's dig into this, right? So, release. I went over just like our theme and things that we were going to really try to strategize through for this month, right? We're getting ready to step into a new year, and part of that readiness, or the work that goes into that readiness, is definitely releasing, right? So this episode is going to focus on one of the ways that is very, very personal to me. I figure I would start with what I know best. I actually had shed a little light on this strategy on my Monday question of the day that I do every Monday, ladies, at 9 p.m. on Instagram. If you are not following me, you should be. I will put the link for my Instagram handle in the episode details of whatever platform you're listening on. But that's another place for you to really dig into this release work and just your work in general. We do it as a whole vibe where on the live, we're kind of digging into the question, and you not only get to strategize through your own, but other women. And I share, my own stuff as well, which this week, or last week rather, I shared my strategy for releasing people, experiences, habits, things, and it just serves me. It has taken quite a bit of work, but work that I am proud of because, it allowed me to welcome opportunities, welcome healing without taking the process personal, right? Because part of the issue that we have with releasing is that there's something that we are personalizing, right? Even if it's not serving us, okay? And so this strategy is creating distance. And, I did shed a little bit of light on it last week, but creating distance, there's levels to it. It's not just the whole stay away from me kind of concept. There really is a way that we can incorporate this in different aspects of our lives, depending on what it is that you are looking to release. For me, who generally and innately has difficulty with letting people and experiences and things go, I needed to find a way that it was not like ripping off the Band-Aid, but it was more so natural, right? And so creating distance for me was a very easy, less dramatic way for me to really still get the results that we need when we're trying to move something out of the way, especially when we're trying to call in something better, new, okay? So I'm going to dig into the ways that we can create distance when we are looking to, I'm just going to say, release the past, right? Because I think that's broad enough. If we're trying to release something, obviously it's been with us for a while, right? And we're looking to move forward, head towards the future, welcome in something new. So just so that I'm covering whatever it is that comes to your mind as I'm talking about this, we're going to reference this work as far as releasing the past, okay? All right, so let's jump right in. I feel like that was a pretty lengthy and detailed intro, right? And so you obviously know what we're talking about right now, so let's just do it. Okay, so first strategy when it comes to creating distance and you're trying to move from out of your past and welcome in the very new and fresh future is from an environmental aspect, right? Let's keep it very surface level, very simple here. But I'm going to go in a little bit deeper. So obviously if there are people or a person or a place or an experience that you find keeps you in the lower vibrational version of yourself, you're needing to create physical and or environmental distance from him, her, that, it type of thing, okay? So I'm going to say you want to do it in a way where it's not a dramatic, like, end of the movie, exit, I'm leaving type of thing. Starting first by being less available. Let me rewind that. Starting first by being aware, right? We had touched on that. Making sure you pay attention to your energy, how you feel when you're in this particular place or in the presence of these people, this thing, or when you're doing this particular thing. What is your energy like before, during, and after? All right. And then let's focus on changing that physical environment. So the places that cause you to revert back to to whatever it is, or the people that revert you back to like low vibrational type of behavior, thoughts, attitudes, energy, or an experience that doesn't serve you. I'm trying to wrap it all up in terms of whatever it is that you could be thinking. You may need to just distance yourself, not be so available, change the schedule, change the time. If you cannot, physically move out of a space. There's a woman I was talking with that had a breakup, and it was a really toxic relationship, and the apartment that they shared, was part of like the sore thumb that was getting in the way of her healing. And, of course, not all of us are in a situation where it could be like, okay, I'm just up and leaving, I'm moving, I'm looking for a new place, especially during these times. So let's get creative. First of all, creativity in itself can be something that allows you to change your environment, right, from something that is toxic or low vibrational. Redecorate, right? Make some new memories in this space. Fill it with good vibes. Get into the whole energetic piece of the room and, move things around, do some cleansings, rituals, play certain music. I'm just throwing things out there, letting you in on a little bit of my woo-woo. But I think that doing something differently in that physical space, even if you cannot remove yourself from the physical space, and this is just my example, do it. Really do it. I think sometimes we get so fixated on the specifics of whatever that thing is that's holding us back that sometimes it really is just a simple shift. If it's a food thing for you, let's switch up our food. Let's switch up the menu this week. Let's have our stuff available. Let's do things a little bit differently. Let's have a no spend week and see how we feel. See how, saving money and losing weight all at the same time feels. Whatever that is for you, let's change your environment. An example, I was doing home care, and I'm telling on myself, but I'm completely open and transparent. I was a home care nurse, and part of my issue was that I love to eat, and I would eat at all of the good hidden spots. I knew on my route where I could stop and really fill my cup, and at that point it'd be in my belly cup over and over and over again, right? And that contributed to my struggle with weight. And of course I wasn't in a space to just quit my job, but I also knew, all right, I needed to quit this habit. And so I said, okay, I am not going to eat outside of my lunchbox for my entire shift. There's no reason to. I could pack everything. I had the cooler. I had the thermal stuff. I could afford to not eat outside of my lunchbox. And that was my change of my environment, packing up everything that I needed. And anytime that hunger hit me, if it wasn't in that lunchbox, it wasn't in my mouth, And that's me trying to give you, different examples for really going back to the same concept as far as changing your environment, recognizing what it is that brings you back into the space that continues that cycle. You don't want to, right? The other tip that I would say helps with creating distance. I'm going to, before I go too deep with that, I'm actually going to piggyback off of changing your environment, and then I'm going to bring you into a little bit of my woo-woo work. The next tip is seeking new experiences and making new memories. And I feel like that is great to piggyback off of changing your environment, because it kind of just like rolls right into that. All right. It's we all know in some way, I'm paraphrasing the saying right now, but like the way to get over an old boo is to get with a new one. And I do not condone that at all. However, I do feel that we often get stuck in our past because we do not embrace the truth that there is actually new and different available for us, right? Yeah, that relationship sucked. Yeah, that job sucked. Yeah, those friends really did you dirty. But guess what? All of that does not stop you from being able to experience new and different. The unknown doesn't have to be scary. Couldn't it just be new? So start by going to new places. Try a new hobby. That thing that you've been interested in, but you're feeling like, oh my God, I can't do that. Yeah, that thing, do it. When I was exploring new things, I'll let you in on one of my tips. When I really got into this self-love journey and I was exploring new things, Groupon became my friend. And so I would go on Groupon and put in my zip code, and whatever came up that I found interesting, I didn't have an excuse at that point. Here, look, it's available and I'm getting a discount on it. Like, girl, let's do this. So I was able to explore a lot of things. Pole dancing, when sipping paint was like not a big thing, but was a thing. You can really step outside of your comfort zone, because what you're doing is sending out that message that you're open, you're ready, you're available for whatever it is that you're looking for, even if it's just a fresh start. Make new friends, meet new people. There isn't anything that happens by accident, so just kind of like getting outside of your way, especially if you find that you are stuck in a cycle. Being stuck in a cycle is just a little nudge that says, hey, we got to expand ourselves a little bit. I'm tired of the same thing. This doesn't feel good, right? And pay attention how you feel throughout the process. That was very key for me. Like, of course, having the butterflies when I was doing something new, but also like connecting with new people, being connected with people just because I decided to get out of my own way, right? And I most definitely had new experiences and made some beautiful memories that even to this day, it's like, girl, you did that. The key behind this particular tip is staying active. Okay, release work does not have to be humdrum. It does not have to be painful. It does not have to be, as I mentioned, last week, on broadcast and like red alert, look at me, I'm releasing. No, it can be fun. It can be new. It can be different, right? But you got to stay active, stay in it. Okay. So I'm going to go into just a little bit of my woo-woo work when I talk about releasing. And, well, I'm just going to lay it out there. So this tip is to view yourself from an outside perspective, okay? I like to call this my movie screen technique. Whether you are into meditation or visualization or just like a stop and stare and let me think while nobody is messing with me kind of thing, whatever your process is, I'm going to invite you to try this technique when you're trying to release a particular person, experience, habit, or thing. And what this is you're really looking at a situation, a scenario, a memory of some sort as though you're watching a movie, okay? And you are critiquing yourself. You're critiquing your role, okay? You're paying attention to what was yours, what wasn't. How do I look in that energy, in that role? How was I behaving? What is it about your character that you appreciate and did not appreciate? And what was the theme of this scene right here that you're looking at? What was the plot of this theme? And, really look at it from a viewer's perspective. You're watching your own movie. Do you like your role? And if you don't, why? What would you change about it? What would have gone differently, right? And you take all of this in, and of course I'm going to throw that disclaimer out that you're doing this all from a space of not being judgmental. You're being kind to yourself. You're watching a movie, get your popcorn. Right? And then you want to really, and this is key, you want to really, you're seeing yourself watching this movie scene of, what do you look like when you're in this habit? What do you look like when, you were in this low vibration? What do you look like when you were entertaining this toxic, whatever that is, relationship? What does that look like? How are you viewing it from the viewer's perspective? And then I want you to see yourself getting up and walking out of the movie theater, away from that screen. There's something energetically that happens when you're doing this. That feeling of being done. Thank you for the ticket. Thank you for the popcorn. Thank you for the entertainment. That was great. Now I'm done. I'm moving on. I have to go back to my life. Is you recognizing that issue, person, experience, habit is not the you right now. It's not the you that you are cultivating right now. You're able to watch that movie of the previous you and thank yourself for the entertainment, for the experience, for the lesson, and get up and walk away and be totally okay. Right? Try this. It is a very powerful technique. Yes, it is a little bit woo-woo. However, it works if you're in that space to invite it and embrace it and accept it. If you do this, please, please, please shoot me a message and let me know how it worked out for you. And then I'm going to leave you with my final tip around creating distance in our release work. Hey lady, before we get into the next tip, I just wanted to drop in to invite you to join my new program, Creating Balance. You see, the work that we're doing here, it's really only scratching the surface. If you really want to dig in with not just releasing what doesn't serve you, but creating the life that you deserve by embracing and cultivating the things that do serve you, like managing your time, managing your stress, loving on yourself, goal setting and goal slaying, then my program is exactly what you need. If you are following me or connected with me on any platform, whether it is on this platform that you're listening on, any of my social media connections, then you already have an in to be able to take advantage of my promo that I have going on for this month. I won't spill all the beans because when you click the link in the episode details of whatever platform you're listening on, click the link to the program, you'll find out more about the promo. Sign up and let's get to work, lady. Until then, let's get back to the episode. Bye. Regular reflection. I was trying to see how I was going to wrap it up. Regular reflection. It's really key because I think for us, our struggle that we have is we know the things we have to let go of, but we keep ourselves so busy so that we don't have to really think about it and tap in and actually do much about it, right? The other piece is that we beat up on ourselves and we do not give ourselves credit for how far we've come, even if we seem to be having a hiccup right now. It's like it's the end of the world. It's not. Come on. You've come so far. So regular reflection, which is going to, I'm going to challenge you. This week, your homework is for you to look back on the past 5 to 10 years of your life. And I want you to write down in that trusty journal, if you've finally taken me up on it, at least 1 to 3 things that you recognize has changed for you for the better. Okay? What is 1 to 3? So 1 or 2 or 3 things that has changed for the better in your life in the past 5 to 10 years. Okay? And if you have taken me up on the challenge, and if you're open and willing to share it with me, shoot me a message. My email or however you want to connect with me, it's going to be in the episode details of whatever platform it is that you are listening on. And furthermore, if you feel like this really hit home for you and you don't only have release work that you're wanting to do, but you have some serious, transformational level up work that you want to do in your life, that's what I'm here for. Either book a session with me, you could take advantage of my program. I have so many different ways that we can work together. Again, however you want to connect with me or just details on the ways that you can work with me are available on the episode details of wherever you're listening. Click it, email me, connect with me, whatever feels right. I'm here and I'm ready when you are. But in the meantime, keep doing your math differently, lady. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Self plus Love equals Balance. Be sure to rate and review us on whatever app you use to listen. It goes a long way in helping others find our community. Until then, remember to do your math a little differently and love yourself.